When we're trying to eat healthy, one of the first things that we're told to do is cut out fast food from our diet. This is because most fast food restaurants have poor reputations when it comes to having healthy food options. The problem for some people, though, is that they're too busy to completely cut out these places. Thankfully, many of these restaurants are making it easier to choose the better option by providing more choices and the nutritional information with each item. The goals of this video are to teach you how to pick out healthy fast food choices when eating out, how to compare and contrast those items with their unhealthy counterparts, for you to be able to describe why certain items are good and bad for you, and for you to be able to come up with a plan that helps you eat out in a healthy way. The first thing to consider when making a healthy choice is what a healthy meal or plate looks like. It should be balanced by providing healthy carbohydrates, lean protein, fruits, vegetables, and dairy or another source of calcium. Another thing to remember is the calorie count and portion size on each menu item. Many meals contain well over 50% of the recommended number of calories for each day, but they often serve little nutritional value. This is especially important when it comes to certain healthy sounding items such as Chick-fil-A's salads or grilled wraps. While these items aren't super high in calories on their own, many of the available dressings can add several hundred calories to each meal just from fat. One more item that people need to carefully watch is fountain drinks. A lot of these drinks are extremely high in sugar, and many of the cups that come with the standard meal have multiple servings. In order to work around these issues, you can customize your orders, whether that's through swapping out a fatty protein like pork for something leaner such as chicken, changing toppings and condiments, or opting out of the sugary fountain drinks in favor of water or something healthier.
When trying to stay healthy while dining at a fast food restaurant, it's important to know ahead of time what you should and shouldn't be eating. But some things you should definitely look for are getting some fiber from whole grains, vitamins and minerals, and lean protein. Eating nutrient-dense foods is very important because it makes all your calories worthwhile by giving you all the benefits from things like vitamins and minerals. So here I have a handout that shows a few examples of how to make healthier choices and consume those good-for-you nutrient-dense foods. An easy way to add vitamins or minerals to your meal is to pick a nutrient-dense drink. For example, orange juice contains a lot of vitamin C, and that could help you build a strong immune system. Or you could choose milk, which has a lot of calcium and vitamin D for strong bones. Drinks like diet soda, unsweet tea, or black coffee might not have any calories, but they don't really have any beneficial nutrients. So adding a cup of water is always a great idea too. It's important to stay hydrated. The next thing to consider when ordering your meal is the portion size, or the amount of food you'll be eating. A healthy meal is usually between 300 to 700 calories, depending on what your doctor recommends for you and how much energy you need. As shown in the chart under keep an eye on size, the amount of calories from French fries adds up very quickly. And the same goes for condiments like ketchup, which is full of sugar, mayonnaise, which is full of fat, and special sauces like barbecue or ranch that are often worse. However, mustard gets an honorable mention as it only has 5 calories, but I don't know anybody who wants to slather their food in mustard. Another great way to avoid eating too many calories is to choose grilled options over fried. This might look like choosing a grilled chicken sandwich over a fried chicken sandwich, or having grilled chicken on top of your salad instead of fried chicken nuggets. This will also keep you from consuming too much cholesterol and fat. While we're on the subject of avoiding fats, you should also remember to pick broth-based soups over creamy soups. A lot of fast food restaurants are adding soup to their menu, and I think that's great because it can be a really good option to add bulk to your meal and also add veggies and protein. But a broth-filled soup will keep you feeling full and healthy, but a cream-filled soup will have lots of saturated fats and just not be very healthy. So chicken noodle soup or veggie and beef soup would be a better option than chowder or potato soup. Last but not least, choosing whole wheat bread is better than white bread. White bread is full of lots of refined sugars that taste really nice, which is why most fast food restaurants serve them. But a few places like Chick-fil-A or Panera Bread offer whole grain options, which is much better because it has fiber that keeps you feeling full longer and keeps your digestive system healthy.
Choosing healthy fast food choices can be hard for patients to understand when they do not know the side effects that they can cause on their health. A lot of fast food places can cause dangerous side effects on the person's health. I'm going to briefly state some side effects unhealthy fast food can cause and why choosing healthier fast food is better for someone's health. Let's take a look at the handout and see what it can do to our bodies. First, we can see how eating too much fat can cause unhealthy excess weight gain, or the grease from the fried food can cause indigestion. A diet high in saturated fats and cholesterol can increase a serious health problems as heart disease, heart attack, or strokes. The high sugar content in the fast food can cause sugar spike, which then can increase our blood pressure. Overuse of high sugar can eventually cause diabetes because our body gets used to the increase in the sugar and the insulin production can decrease. Too much sodium can cause your body to hold on to water and cause high blood pressure and increased risk of renal issues like kidney stones or short-term bloating and puffiness. We can also talk about an example on how a Big Mac can cause dangerous side effects on our body. So first, when you eat a Big Mac, the first thing that's going to happen is your blood sugar is going to spike because you just ingested large amounts of fuel. But since the fuel is not adequate and it is low quality, it's going to cause you to soon be hungry soon after. High levels of fructose corn syrup that's in the bun, fat, and sodium is going to train your body to crave more. These are just a couple examples on how unhealthy fast food can cause your body to go into unhealthy situations. This is why choosing healthier options at a fast food restaurant is not only going to have you feel better and full longer, but it's going to keep you healthier in the long run.
Here are 7 practical tips to eating healthy when you go out to a fast food restaurant. Tip number 1 is to plan. Most restaurants will have a menu available online that you can look at before you actually go. Doing your research beforehand can aid in picking a healthy option and resist in picking the unhealthy options. Odds are if you're at a restaurant and there's people behind you and you don't have enough time to look at the menu, you're gonna pick an option that you're more comfortable with and stuff that just sounds good, not necessarily healthy food. So planning can help you pick more healthy options. Tip number 2 is eat slowly. It takes about 20 minutes for your body to realize that you are no longer hungry. So eating slowly can reduce the amount of calories that you consume. Tip number 3 is to not split your food. You may think that it's a healthier option to have just half of the option that you ordered, but even if it's half, it still may not be a balanced plate. And sometimes even half of what you ordered is still too much fat or sugar. So just try to pick healthier options, not necessarily just eat half of what you normally would. Tip number 4 is to focus on the positives. It can be daunting to go in to a restaurant and just pick the foods that you necessarily don't want to eat. So focus on the fact that you are eating healthier and not focus on the food that you can't have. Tip number 5 is to not go to a restaurant when you're really hungry, because usually your eyes are bigger than your stomach and you're going to order a lot of food and eat it really fast because you're hungry. So try to eat intermittent snacks throughout the day before going to a restaurant if you know you're going to go out. Tip number 6 is wording. Usually if you look at a menu, it can tell you the healthier options, whether you can choose between fried or grilled. Tip number 7 is to ask, for sides. The menu may say it comes with fries, but you can ask for a healthier option like fruit, so it's always helpful to ask. Eating out can be dangerous when you don't do the research beforehand, but it is possible when you're intentional.